Hi everyone! In this video, you will learn how to divide a number by a two-digit divisor using the long division method. Let's begin. Let us divide 392 by 14. In my previous video, I've mentioned about DMSB or divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. And we're going to follow the same steps in dividing a number by a two-digit divisor using the long division method. So let's start. First, you need to look at the first digit of the dividend, which in this case happens to be number 3. So you have to think or ask yourself, how many groups of 14 is there in 3 or are there in 3? Can you get a group of 14 and 3? Of course, the answer is no. So now we go ahead and include the next digit of the dividend, which is 9. So now we have 3 and 9, that makes 39. So 39 divided by 14 is how many? Or in other words, how many groups of 14 are there in 39? Here, you can estimate how many groups of 14 are there in 39, or it would also be helpful if you can list down the multiples of 14, starting off with 14 times 1, 14 times 2, and 14 times 3. Now you will see that 3 groups of 14 is already more than 39, so we can only get 2 groups of 14, which is 28. So 39 divided by 14 is equal to 2, and we're going to write the answer in the tens column above 9. So let's write here 2. So we're done with the first step, which is divide. Now let's go ahead and do the second step, which is multiply. So we're going to multiply 2 and 14. So 2 times 14, it's already written here in our list of multiples of 14. So 14 times 2 is equal to 28. So we're going to write the answer underneath 39. So 2 times 14 is equal to 28. Now that we're done multiplying, our next step is S, or subtract. So we're going to subtract 28 from 39. So 9 minus 8 is equal to 1, and 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. The fourth step is B, or bring down. So we have to bring down 2 down here. So now we've got 112. And then we have to repeat again and go back to divide. So we will divide 112 by 14. Okay, so how many groups of 14 are there in 112? Since 112 is a bit of a bigger number, so we can try to estimate and do trial and error and keep multiplying numbers to 14. Let's multiply 14 by 7. So 14 times 7, 4 times 7 is equal to 28. 7 times 1 is equal to 7, plus 2 is equal to 9. So that's 98. Now let's try with 14 times 8. So 14 times 8, we've got here 4 times 8 is 32. And 8 times 1 is 8, plus 3, that is 11. So we've already get the answer here. 14 times 8 is equal to 112. That means 112 divided by 14 is equal to 8. So we're going to write 8 beside 2. Again, 112 divided by 14 is equal to 8. So we're going in this direction. Okay. Now we're done with the first step. Next, we're going to multiply. So let's multiply 14 by 8. And we solved this a while ago. 14 times 8 is 112. Now next is subtract. 112 minus 112, that is 0, 0, 0. And we don't have any more number to bring down. That means we are finished with our calculation. So 392 divided by 14 is equal to 28. Let's have another example. 510 divided by 21. So obviously we cannot divide 5 by 21 because 5 is smaller than 21. So let's go ahead and include the next digit in the dividend, which is 1. So now we've got here 51 divided by 21. So how many groups of 21 are there in 51? So you can list down a few of the multiples of 21 until you get the number that is close to 51. Okay, starting off with 21 times 1, that is 21. 21 times 2 is 42, and 21 times 3 is 63. So there are two groups of 21 from 51. So let's write the answer here above 1. 51 divided by 21 is 2. So we're done with division. Now let's do the next step, which is m multiply. 21 times 2 is equal to 42. Now let's do the next step, which is s subtract. So 51 minus 42. So 1 minus 2 cannot be, so we have to borrow from 5. So that gives us 11 minus 2 is equal to 9. And 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. Now we're done with subtract. Let's do the letter B, or bring down. So we're going to bring down 0. So what's left here is 90. So in the steps, we have to repeat again and go back to division. That means we're going to divide 90 by 21. How many groups of 21 are there in 90? So for you to find out how many groups of 21 are there in 90, so you can continue listing down the multiples of 21, or you can also do trial and error and multiply 21 with different numbers. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to continue listing down the multiples of 21. So we stop with 21 times 3. I'm going to go ahead and multiply it by 4. I've got 84. And 21 times 5 is 105. And from here, you will see that we can only get 4 groups of 21 from 90, and that is 84. So let's divide 90 by 21. So 90 divided by 21 is equal to 4. So let's write the answer here above 0. And now that we're done with division, we're going to multiply 4 and 21. So 4 times 21 is 84. Let's write the answer here. We're finished with multiplication. The next step is subtraction. So let's subtract 84 from 90. 90 minus 84 is 6. So we don't have any more number to bring down, and what's left is only 6. And 6 cannot be divided by 21 anymore. So that gives us a remainder of 6. So the answer is 24, remainder 6. So 510 divided by 21 is equal to 24, remainder 6. We can also write the answer in fraction as 24 and 6 over 21. So that is how we divide a number by a two-digit divisor using the long division method. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again in my next video. Bye!